Ever come up with this mind-blowing idea that you just feel so confident about? It's almost like an overload of excitement when you guys think about it. You get so excited about it that you actually rush to your laptop, open up a new document, and just start typing away. You literally have no direction. You just know that this idea is in your head and you're like, okay, just time to put it out there. Oh my God, yes, I know that feeling. But have you ever read some of the work that you started writing and then started doubting yourself? Yeah, I know that feeling too. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Erica and I make a lot of writing related videos. Today's video is actually going to be kind of interesting because today's topic is going to be all about writing anxiety. As much as writers don't like to admit it, we do face some sort of writing anxiety at least once or twice in our lives. And if a writer says that they have never faced that before, chances are they're lying. So today I'm going to be tackling what exactly writing anxiety is, and I'm going to be giving you guys some of the things that helped me with dealing with my writing anxiety. Now, a little disclaimer, this by no means is going to help everybody that's watching this video, but even if it does help at least a couple of people, that's pretty much a big deal because writing anxiety is really difficult to deal with sometimes. So without further ado, guys, let me just jump into this video before I keep rambling this entire time. So before I actually start talking about how I handle my writing anxiety, I'm going to give you guys kind of an informal definition of what writing anxiety actually is. So writing anxiety is any apprehensive or fearful feelings towards writing or your own personal writing abilities. I think it is notable to mention that this doesn't have any psychological attributes. You guys are not born with writer's anxiety. This type of anxiety is situational and it derives from any negative or, fearful writing encounters you've ever had, or even just difficult writing experience that you've had in the past. So in other words, guys, it's not your fault that you're a little anxious about your writing. It is kind of a situational form of anxiety, and this is just how you're responding because of a negative experience you've had from your past. Writing anxiety can derive from a bunch of things, such as, maybe changing up your writing form, writing for an overly critical audience, working on a hard assignment that you just can't seem to get down, or, even having some personal issues going on. There could be many things that attribute to your anxiety when it comes to writing. One of my biggest tips is to find support. Writing is already such a tough process, but it's even worse when you're not surrounding yourself with people who support you. If you're in a place where people are telling you that writing is dumb, or maybe you shouldn't be doing that, you should be focusing your attention on other things, then you are going to start doubting yourself. When someone doubts you, you are more likely to doubt yourself, and that's not good. That's not good for your writing. Obviously, you're not going to have any motivation to want to write. You might write something and you might not like it because you have all of these people in your face telling you that you shouldn't be doing this. You need to be around people who have faith in you, especially when you don't have faith in yourself. You don't want to be around any negativity because negativity just builds on negativity, and that's not going to help you or your writing. My second tip is to identify your strengths. So sometimes writing anxiety can get so bad that it'll start just leading you down to this never-ending pit of depression, and I'm telling you guys, it is the worst feeling ever. If you've ever experienced this, you know what I'm talking about. This leads to completely doubting all of your writing ability, and it even makes you start thinking that maybe you are not a writer and maybe you should probably just stop doing any type of writing because you're just awful. Trust me, I've been through that. It's the worst feeling ever. Recently, one of my worst writing anxiety cases was when I was working on a short story that was a part of my final for my fiction writing class. It was so overwhelming for me that I was actually just doubting my writing ability completely. I felt that I was wasting my time, that I was wasting my professor's time, and that I just wasn't a good writer and I should probably stop. The thing that really helped me was recognizing my strengths in writing. So in order to do this, I actually created a list of things that I'm actually proud of when it comes to my writing abilities. So for example, on my list, I said that I really do like how I write a third-person limited narrative. I feel like that I'm really good at that. I feel I could write that very well while some of my peers can't, or you know what I mean? Like, I felt very confident in that, so I wrote that on my list. I also wrote how I really do a great job on characterization, how I really get to know my characters. I wrote that down, and etc., etc. You could put anything on your list. It doesn't even have to be, a certain length or whatever, but just put something down and that will literally brighten up your mood. You'll feel more confident. You'll be like, okay, I'm not as bad as I think. Or whatever you have to do, it's really helpful, and I definitely recommend doing that. My last tip is to just remind yourself that this is a process. If you guys are anything like me, you're definitely perfectionists. Now, while there's nothing wrong with wanting to have your writing on par with your expectations, sometimes you can go over the top, and trust me, I've been through that. You guys just have to realize that writing does take a lot of time. You might have the most brilliant idea, but you have to realize that there's gonna be bump of the roads, and sometimes you might have writer's block. Sometimes you might not like something that you've written and might have to go back and change it. Nobody is the best writer in the world, unfortunately. Everybody makes mistakes, even the best authors, even Stephen King, you know, Kurt Vonnegut, all those, you know, amazing authors, they've all been through their struggle and they've experienced things and they've had to go back and redo things. It's just a part of the process. So what I do to really deal with my perfectionism is I kind of break everything up into sections and I go about it in a chronological order and according to theme or like section that I want to focus on. So for example, right now I'm actually plotting and brainstorming this new idea that I just came up with the other day, and I just got done with my free write, which is great, awesome sauce, and now I'm going to start actually constructing the story. However, I'm going to do it in bits and pieces. I'm not going to actually write up the whole story including characterization and plot points and all of that. I'm not going to do that yet because I'm not ready for that step. So maybe first I'll spend a day or whatever on just characters. I'll develop my characters, I'll work on them, I'll give them life and personality, and then the next day I'll start building up plots and I'll actually start putting things together. I do this because it kind of just helps me with organization and it keeps my head together because, you know, it gets really wild sometimes, especially when you're trying to tackle multiple things at a time. That is definitely not helpful and you will crash. I know that there are some writers that can do that, but I'm definitely not like that, and I know the feeling, how it feels when you just completely feel like everything you've written is just shit, because in my case, most of the time, it's just because I'm writing and I'm not actually plotting it and planning it together. And in order to avoid that, I really just start putting things together in order, and that really helps. All in all, writing anxiety could really suck, but it's definitely something that is totally manageable. It really is about just developing habits to deal with it. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys kind of found it helpful. If you did, please let me know in the comments because I want to know what you guys think of my videos. I make these videos for you, so I just want a little bit of a feedback. Also, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That is 3 days a week, and I would love for you guys to be a part of my community. I hope you guys are having such a great day because it is beautiful outside and it feels all summery and nice, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.